Hey everybody, OGG here, Overt Go Green. How's it going? Today we are back in the arena to play some matches with Golgari Ozolith, Black-Green Ozolith. All my cards are based around making the Ozolith somehow work. So we're just going to jump into games. I'll link the deck tech down in the description of the video if you want to see why I made my choices. At the end of the video, I will be going over some matches. All right. We are, as you can see, we're back in gold because I didn't play much last month. In ranked, I go first, slow, and no Ozolith. I think I got a mulligan this. No, this is much better. Oh, my opponent's on Yorion. Oh, it's not going to be an easy matchup. My opponent's really thinking hard about what to do here, apparently. My opponent is 16 symbol. I apologize. I don't know what symbol that is. Man, I hate to get rid of Inscription of Abundance, but I have to here. Forest Go, and obviously turn 2 Scavenging Ooze, and yeah, we're going to let that guy get as big as possible. So we're going to hold. The reason we didn't cast Stone Coil here is because we want him to be as big as possible. He has reach and protection from multicolored, and can make Ingurius. If I put Ingurius on top of him, it's very, very good. So this, do I put down a 3/3 and hope I draw a forest next turn? Well, either way, we're going to attack with this guy. I think so. I think with Yorion, I think the key thing here to beat a Yorion deck is to apply obscene amounts of pressure. I think that's my best path to win. Depending on what he does here, maybe he puts on an enchantment, and I can mutate and kill the enchantment to get Scavenging Ooze back. Because I could definitely eat his graveyard. Black. Ooh, Trail of Crumbs. Oh, this has got a lot more interesting. Okay, so clearly here, I definitely need to get rid of Trail of Crumbs. In case you don't know, in case you haven't seen my Mono Green Eats video, Trail of Crumbs is an absolute ridiculous house. So he has to do something or he loses next turn, and I get Questing Beast next turn. So even if he plays a blocker here, he's done. Well, not done, but this guy has Trample. And protection from multicolored, so he can't. He plays a green pathway. Elspeth's Nightmare. So he gets rid of Scavenging Ooze and still loses. Okay. So that's still game. Alright. Well, even though I didn't get an Ozolith that turn, that worked out exactly as... Couldn't have worked out much better. So, started off with a victory. That was fortuitous. Good mulligan down to 6. That's the one thing with the deck that I need to be real careful of. Oh, Forsaken Monument. That's kind of cool. The one thing I need to be very careful of with the deck is not having an early play. So sometimes you're forced to mulligan what seems to be a powerful hand. Yeah, this is definitely a keep. So I have a couple early plays here, actually. So the nice thing about Wildborn Preserver that I haven't talked about yet is the X can be any color of mana. So it really lets me, we're just going to pass here, and we'll flash in Wildborn Preserver. Let's see what he does. Maybe he's playing mono white enchantments. Or white-black life gain. White-black knights. Okay, well, either way, I'm going to flash in Wildborn Preserver here. Another Plains. So he's got nothing in his graveyard. Yeah, we're definitely gonna pay the 1x here. Obviously, I assume he would make this trade, and I really don't want his other knights to be indestructible, and I'm gonna be curving out. But Polychronos just kills them because it prevents damage. So I'm not going to trade this turn because Polychronos next turn prevents all damage and he just loses. So Death Touch doesn't actually kill him. Questing Beast will be able to get around this if he swings with Shadow Spear. So White-Black Knights equipment. Interesting deck. Interesting deck. Let's put this down. Let's put... There's no creatures. Sorry about that. I thought I had my phone off, but the ESPN app apparently does whatever it wants. So we're not going to attack this turn either, but Polychronos can take care of Wintermoor Commander if he swings, and I can start swinging with, like, next turn I can have Polychronos. Oh, Nahiri's Binding. Does that let me not use abilities? Yep. Okay. That's a bummer. Let's see if he swings. He does. I'm not going to block here. I got Questing Beast coming down next turn. Ooh, Crystalline Giant. That's some cool hotness there. So we'll definitely take an action here and make Wildborn one bigger. And we'll see. We'll start putting a lot of pressure on him. We'll see what he does here. If he trades the knight, great. If he doesn't trade the knight, great. That's fine. It gives fuel for Scavenging Ooze next turn. So Scavenging Ooze can start getting bigger. Like I can cast Crystalline Giant and still have 2 mana up for Scavenging Ooze to get big. Crystalline Giant's in here. I wanted to be cute, but the counters, if once again this is another game without the Ozolith in an Ozolith deck, but man, I assume he's going to cast this. He gives first strike, right? Trample and lifelink. So I assume he doesn't even equip it? Okay. Does White-Black have a flash creature they can flash in? Well, let's find out. Sure. Blacklands Paragon. Yeah. Let's see what you do here. Sure. 2 blockers. Okay. So I don't need to make this guy any bigger because he has Death Touch. That guy gets through. Sure. I'm going to bring out another Scavenging Ooze. And Crystalline Giant. I should have brought this guy out before combat. That was stupid. Because he would have gotten a counter. And then next combat he would have had his second counter. That's a mistake. That's because I don't play with this card ever. I mean, maybe nobody plays with that card ever. Another 2/2 Death Toucher, but he can't block Questing Beast. He doesn't have the... Oh yeah, he can equip it. Interesting. Really? So he can block Questing Beast now, and he has Death Touch. So I guess that's something? Let's go to combat, see what he gets. Lifelink. Well, it doesn't give first strike, right? Lifelink. Okay. Let's see what he does here. I mean, I can just... I assume he's going to stop Questing Beast. No? Alright, well, I will just eat your Wintermoor Commander. Does he have Death Touch? Trample and Lifelink. No? Okay, well, I'll eat your Blacklands Paragon. Okay. All right. Guy's in big trouble here. I'll just end my turn. I'll eat one of his other guys here if he tries to do anything. Another Wintermore Commander. Okay. And then you can equip... He's at 9. Oh, wait. Why did my Scavenging Ooze die? Oh, that's because that guy has Death Touch and Lifelink. Okay. I should have ate another creature to gain the life. My bad. Come on, give this guy flying. Let's go to combat. Flying. You got a counter. So he's a 4/4 lifelinker. Well... Okay. So you lose 4, gain 3. So you're still down 1. I think I need to start pumping Crawling Barons here. Instead of cast Yorvo. Actually, let's leave pressure on with Yorvo. I think that's the right call. More bodies is more important at this point. Sure, go ahead, scry 1. I mean... This game's definitely going long. I mean, it's definitely keeping him in it, right? So if he swings here, obviously we trade. I can't believe he would swing. No. Okay. Well, that's crazy good. So now we can blow up Shadow Spear. And this guy will be an 8/8 trample this turn. So that should, yeah. Yeah, Gem Razor. Still good. Gem Razor is still good. Yeah, good card. Good card. He's in every one of my green decks. As a 4 of. Like, I don't understand. I see some people play him as a 3 of. I'm not sure why. All right, we're 2-0. Let's go back and try to play another one here real quick. I'm going to make sure my phone is on silent. Sorry about that random ESPN update. They really wanted to tell me something extremely important. John is good. 66. Oh, all right. So this is a great Ozolith hand. I don't know if the hand is great, but turn 1 Ozolith. Here we go. The deck's doing it. Doing it. Doing it. Go ahead. Let's see how many cards of mine this guy's going to have to read. Yeah. Please draw land. Please draw land next turn. Please. Land. 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 Crystalline Giant. Everyone wants to see the Ozolith flying. Ooh. Gruul. Okay. Gonna kill Swarm Shambler? Trying to figure out what my deck is. It's something. Lost in thought. John is good. 66. John is good 66. Maybe you were born in 1966? If so, sir or madam. Sure. So what this does is it really makes a 2/2. So he just turned my Swarm Shambler into a 2/2. Now I didn't draw what I wanted to draw there, but I will definitely play Scavenging Ooze to start putting counters on things. Move to combat. Now it doesn't matter. So you might say, like, wouldn't you put this on the Ooze? It doesn't matter, because if he kills the bug, the counters go to the Ozolith. Man, I really, really need a land. Don't let this be the game where I don't draw land. Brushfire Elemental. Okay, great. Has landfall, might attack me this turn. I literally don't care. Hit me for 3. Way to get me. Thank goodness. So let's get Crystalline Giant out to start putting counters on him, because it's so fabulous. So he has Menace. So if Crystalline Giant ever dies, the Menace counter goes on the Ozolith, because it's a counter, which is so fabulous. It's so ridiculous. Sure, this guy's a 3/3. What is this? Shatter Skull? Oh, nice. Gruul Landfall. I like Brushfire Elemental. For some reason, I love the art on it. Like, I like that it's in green elemental, like literally on fire. Yeah, you can go ahead and do however much damage as you want to me. Sure, edge wall. Sure. That's a card. That's a card. Target player gain, target creature you control fights. So, I could fight. I could swing. See what he does. Menace. He'd have to double block. That's an instant. Yeah, let's just swing out. What did he get? Hexproof. Oh my goodness. Let's just swing out and see what happens. Let's see how he chooses to block here. Okay. No. Okay. Okay. So I could put the counters on them, and then they can move them. I can make this guy bigger, gain some life. I can play a 3/3 Stone Coil, which is probably my best play. So, yeah, let's just have this go through. I don't really care about the giant. Put that on there, sure. I'll put the protection from multicolored. So this guy can block brush fire and not take damage. And then he also has trample. So this guy is a 3/3 menace hexproof right now. And he has counters. So like I said, if he dies, if he somehow kills him, next turn, if I can draw a land, obviously, Questing Beast is a house here. Ooh, another shit, man. All right. I guess I should be glad he's not drawing his... Do you realize this guy has protection from everything? Ooh, boy. Well, let's see. That's 10. Okay, so I won't die. I won't die to Embercleave. I shouldn't die to it. Unless he has another pump spell. And I die to it. Embercleave. Well, that's how Embercleave gets you. I could have, if I would have blocked the other way, Embercleave could have been on there, 4, 6, 12. He could have gave a trample to that guy. That guy would have been a 7, 4, 14. Yeah, I still would have lost. So no, it didn't matter how I blocked there. Embercleave and pump spell. Well, that's what I get. I should have been a little more aware. But 2-1, 2-1. For a deck I don't play very often, I probably should have realized he had Embercleave in hand. Been a little more patient and careful with that. Had I left back another blocker, I would have been just fine. Opponent goes first, but this is a good hand. Assuming I draw a forest. Oh, that's a swamp. Still not bad, but I need another forest. And you might say, well, why do I need another forest? Because of this thing mutating onto Stone Coil on turn 3 would be crazy good. Maze Mind Tome. Okay, well, he is not playing monocolors stuff. So let's start getting out. Let's start getting out this, and then next turn we can Grakmaw for more counters. Grakmaw is especially good with the Ozolith. He dies. If he gets targeted and dies, or if he dies, his counters go on the Ozolith, and then the next turn they go back on his forest. Come on, forest! Ah, swamp. Yeah, just Grakmaw here. I am getting close to being able to cast this with a kicker for 5 mana. Sure. 2/2, okay. Forest. Scavenging Ooze. Not super helpful. Could give a creature... mean, I don't want that guy to die. Let's just remove. Ugh, this is not a good situation for me. Let's just attack and see what he does. I mean, if he Dream Trawlers next turn, I don't know what we do to stop Dream Trawler outside of mutating Angurius onto Stone Coil because of the protection from multicolored. So if he blocks, if he goes to trade with Stone Coil, I think I have to do this. Or do I let Grakmaw get bigger and hope I can Angurius onto Grakmaw? Yeah, let's do that. Let's hope I can Angurius onto Grakmaw. It's back to him. I don't know. Oh, it's waiting on Maze Mind Tome. Uh-oh, opponent. Come on, buddy. Your Maze Mind Tome is up. There we go. So Grakmaw gets bigger. Whatever. He draws a card off that. That's a problem, sure. But Grakmaw does get bigger. Those go on there. And then I think I just play Scavenging Ooze right here. At least next turn I can, if I don't draw a forest, or any land for that matter, if I don't draw any land for that matter, I can start eating his graveyard to keep Dance of the Manse from triggering, which I guess is not honestly that big of a deal. These are going on Grakmaw. That way if they kill Grakmaw, the counters go back. Sure. Oof, resets Maze Mind. Ah, boy, oh boy. That is something. Well, we'll make Grakmaw ridiculous. Oh boy, come on, guy. Ace Blade 914. We're waiting on your... Yes, move them all to the Ozolith, please. Why don't you swing? You're going to take 6? Yeah, you'll scry, sure. Sure. I think we put down Anguria. Man, I really just want to put down Anguria. I really just want to mutate Angurius onto here. But I can fight and kill Yorion. I think I have to. We'll let him worry. We'll let him worry, and I'm going to pay... We'll let him worry that I'm purposely holding up mana for like an eliminate or some form of black removal. We'll let him worry about it. And maybe he plays around me having some black removal that I don't have. Man, if I could give this guy Trample... And... Well, I think now, at this point, I got to start eating his graveyard. Oh, sure. That's totally fine, because that should... Now, this is going to make this guy crazy. So it gives me a 6/6, but the 6 counters from him actually gives me a 12/12 when I move to my combat step here. So we'll move to my combat step. Sure. Here's a 12/12. Yeah, I'm going to take the action. Why don't you take 12, and I will bring out... I'm going to let this float, and then next turn I'll bring out Wildborn Preserver. See what you do here. Or I'll flash in Wildborn Preserver. So Thassa blinks a thing every turn. He's going to reset his Maze Mind Tome, which is not the end of the world for me. Oh, well, okay, I'll flash in this guy now. You going to counter him? Nope, it's waiting on your Maze Mind Tome again. Really? My turn. Yep. We're going to do this. We're going to pay the 3. That way we're swinging with a 5/5, and we can keep the high-level pressure on him. Because he's got to have something. Nope. He said oops. I guess he didn't realize. I had a 12/12? I don't understand the oops. Well, I'm 4-1, or 3-1. 3-1 with this black-green Ozolith. You saw the Ozolith there. That's why the Ozolith is so good with Grakmaw. Right? Grakmaw died, made a 6/6. I drew me a card, put 6 counters on the Ozolith, which I moved back to the Grakmaw's token, and I had a 12/12. So by killing my 6/6 Grakmaw, you gave me a 12/12. Seems all right. Albert, go try. All right. Like Tricolor, like Triforce. See, now this hand is deceiving because there's good cards here, and it's a nice spread of land, but I don't have an early play at all. And so I don't think I can keep this. I am on the draw, but I definitely don't think I can keep that. Yeah, this is a definite keep, and I don't need all these forests. So this is a good keep. It would help by... I have 4 draws to get a swamp. Where's 1 draw? Not a swamp. Oh, my opponent said hello. I like that. I like that. I like to communicate in these little emotes with my opponent. Green-white life gain? Sure. 1 top, 1 bottom. Do I just want to make this guy as humongous as possible? I don't want to trade with Charming Prince. I don't need to. Yeah, we're going to pass. I don't care about taking 2 damage here. Oh, Llanowar Visionary. Interesting draw. What is this deck? Swamp. Okay, Grakmaw's coming down for sure. So this is my other main win condition, is get tokens on the Ozolith and then power out a Questing Beast after, like, he destroys my board. Ooh, Fierce Witch Stalker. Hot. There we go. No, I definitely don't know what deck this is. So that was probably the best draw I could have had there. So we'll make this guy big. Blow up that. And then I don't care if he kills this guy, to be quite honest. If he wants to triple block and kill me, that's totally fine. If he thinks he can race me in damage, that's also totally fine. If he kills this guy, just to put this in perspective, if he kills this guy, he'll make me a token, and the counters will go on the Ozolith. So if he wants to triple block here, no. Okay, so he's just going to try to out-damage me. I'll put down one chump blocker because I don't care. Even if this guy dies, it'll move the token to the Ozolith, which pumps up Angurius for a later turn. Kagla. So if he fights him with... I mean, that's maybe the best thing he could have done. Because now the tokens go there. I still get a 3-3, who's going to be a 6-6 here in a second. I still get quest... Oh, yeah, that's... I will put those on Questing Beast. So now with the tokens on Questing Beast, now he's in a bunch of trouble. Because Kagla, yes, Kagla could kill him, but then once again the tokens move back off of Kagla, which is fine. Charming Prince to gain some life, maybe? Scry? Oh no, bounce and draw. Okay, sure. Sure. This guy is a 3/3 token. He does not have 3+1/+1 counters. It's important to note that because they don't go. Jeez Louise. Guy's got a lot of Charming Princes and I got a lot of Forest. Yeah, well. How about you take 7? And I play a Forest. Man, if I draw anything here at this point, that would be great. Literally any non-land card is a good card for me. Oh, the Great Henge. I'll give him some life. Trail of Crumbs, that's a good card. Any non-land. That's non-land. And that is just... whoop. I put it on the wrong guy because I was so excited. Whoops. Can I go back? Nope. Alright, well, oopsies. That's my mistake. That is a pretty big mistake, actually. I pretty much had this won if I didn't do that. Oopsies. I can't let him have Trail of Crumbs because it's a better card draw engine than the Great Henge. To be quite honest with you. He still has no way to stop Angurius. Man, that was a mistake. I had that game won right there. Now he's going to kill Angurius. Man, what a mistake that was. Yeah. Okay, well, that's an okay card. We'll go to combat. We'll put the counters on this guy. Take action. We'll make him double block here. Actually, if he has to double block, we'll make him start getting rid of guys. Sure. You're just going to let it through? Wow. Alright, we're going to hold up a card and make him think we have something in black, like some instant removal. Yorion, sure, he's going to bounce some stuff. Yeah, now I think I lose because of that play mistake. That was awful. Huh. Well, that was really bad. That was an awful play mistake by me. This is one of the most annoying things about these Yorion decks is they play very, very slow. This guy does have protection from multicolored. Yeah, he's gonna... Yeah, this is ridiculous. Yeah, another forest. Okay, so we're going to call this one. Mostly because of my oops. I'm going to shame scoop. I had the game won there. That's really unfortunate. Just got too excited. That's upsetting. But you know what? That's how you learn to play better Magic. You make mistakes like that. And then you realize it, right? You got to always be critiquing yourself. So let's take a look at... Oh, yeah, sure. Let's take a look at the deck again and see just real quick what I thought of the cards, right? Obviously, the Ozolith is the main card in the deck. Swarm Shambler did a great job replacing itself. Stone Coil's great. Primal Might was useful. Inscription of Abundance was good. Scavenging Ooze is always threatening. Wildborn Preserver is good. I think the right call here is to drop Crystalline Giant and get Wildborn Preserver. I think that's the right call. Yorvo is good. Maybe he could be replaced too. I don't know. 3 green is a lot, but he has all the counters, so he's good. Krakmaw is pretty solid here. Polychronos was good. Questing Beast was good. Angurius was good. Yeah, all these cards were good. So all these cards were good. Sorry about that, everybody. My wife didn't know I was recording. So anyway, that's it for today. I will talk to you guys later. Everyone have a good day. OGG, out!